So no big, huge plan today, but I'm gonna go digging around through Kim's car and check out those other options. Maybe call some other people. I'm not sure if there were other people available on the radio. But also today I was walking around in the store and I was gonna go pick up some protein powder that I passed by the other supplements, and there were big bottles, like bulk bottles of magnesium, and I was like, "Oh, Harry could use some of that." Kim, let me in.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Oh, let's dig around in his toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
I would expect no less.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
The red-tipped pry bar, the rubber-handled chain cutters, the hand-cranked flashlight. I mean, the pry bar, wasn't there something that I could have used it on? I know that there was the trash can, but we got the key to it. But, I mean, in future.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Is he gonna care if I take all of it? I mean, he did say take whatever I need. The chain cutters. What if we need to cut a chain?
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
I see, for getting him down, but then he's just gonna splush onto the ground, and I do not want to do that. Hand crank flashlight?
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue.
Be useful if we end up in dark spaces.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Your fingers over the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Well, sounds like I have driven before. At least that, I guess.
Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
I know how to operate this machine. How are you, friend? Where have you been? Release. Do I know how to operate this machine?
You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does it mean I know how to pilot it? This is over the top.
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it.
Release the clutch. Squeeze it again.
Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
How are you, friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering, "I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner."
Yeah, Kim would take care of anything that he had, I'm sure. Where have you been? Like, where have you been in all my life? Or just like, where have you been since you've been a functioning machine? Oh.
At the bottom of the sea.
What? Why did that cause me to lose morale? And also, the bottom of the sea.
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that?
Did I didn't fail that. That wasn't the check. It's my interfacing. My interfacing is good. God, I really need to get more volition. Hold yourself together. Yeah. Come on, Harry. Hold yourself together. Thinks about a car on the... Did he try to drive himself off a pier? Has he tried to kill himself by... Like, oh, I see. That... Okay, I'm putting it together. I'm putting the pieces together. Release the clutch handle.
The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I mean, that does track for Harry, though, that he would try to drive off a pier in his own car, and that's presumably why Kim is driving him around, and there is no kinema here for him. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
The engine is still warm? This thing has been sitting here all day long.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
Well, thank you for the 5 experience. That is exactly what I needed. Let's also check out these new tools. Red-tipped pry bar has Carson T Heavy Duty engraved just below the handle. It is satisfyingly heavy and perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. It will allow me to open locked containers. Also this one. The meanest looking pair of cutters you have ever seen, made in Gottwald by Wallschirm Werkzeuge. No chain, wire, nor barbed fence will ever stand in your way again. They look hungry, ready to chew steel. And flashlight for secret orbs. Oh, right, orbs, as in interactables. A police flashlight bearing the logo of Grandstellung RAO. The small dynamo packed inside this handheld illumination device theoretically gives you the ability to produce a tiny amount of electricity anytime. Interesting that all of them are made by very Germanic-sounding companies, like Wallschirm Werkzeuge and Grundstellung. I do not speak German, so I apologize if you do speak German and I butchered that pronunciation. And if it isn't actually German, sorry again, I guess. Sorry times 2. Can I use the pry bar on this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Oh, I guess I probably just have to use the perception, but I'm gonna try to equip this. Just to see.
An inconspicuous pile of the...
Alright. Is Terry left-handed? I mean, I guess I did just equip that second, so it may be that whatever's equipped in second just goes into the left hand. Does it do anything else? It doesn't give me any points or anything. I'll hold off on it for now. Okay, let's get Inland Empire. If I don't make this check, then, well, I mean, I have to continue on because there's no going past it. But, yeah, I'm going to try for the Inland Empire check on the body. And then the next point I get, I'm going to put into Volition. I need it. I need it badly. All right. We are now 4 in Inland Empire. So now we have some imagination. We got gut feelings. Good. That suggestion is so bad. Accept it.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
God, only 58%.
His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity.
So how many times have I tried this now? This would be the third?
Web of tattoos.
Or fourth?
The cargo belt used
Tell me,
to hang him
who
from
are
the
you,
tree
dead man?
looks reinforced. No reply.
Damn it.
However many times you keep asking.
Oh, that...
Please stop trying to perform a necromantic ritual. We have other things to do.
Kim, please! You nearly killed me with that comment. Well, we're not getting that out of him, whatever that was going to be. I'm very curious, though, but that means that I'm definitely going to have to go back through with a high psyche character. Preliminary exam is done. Let's get him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
AQ rhetoric, I get it.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
I mean, Kim looks to be smaller than Harry, so presumably he could get up on Harry's shoulders with the belt cutter, the chain. What was the chain cutter? I guess the belt cutter, whatever. And what I'm more worried about is this guy is just gonna like splort as he hits the ground, and just guts are gonna go everywhere. There has to be some easier way to, like, I mean, not easier, but some way to ease him down. Can't someone else do it? Is that our job to actually remove the body?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I don't know, like like somebody from like what word am I even thinking of? The coroner. Where's the coroner? We're not coroners.
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Yes, exactly. Call the police. Can't the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue.
I see. Okay. Get it.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
We could saw the branch. I mean, we know we can't get up there, and that because that's a very rickety ladder, and that branch is higher than he is. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. We could shoot him down? Could ask for help from the harbor? Well, I mean, I guess if we did climb up there, the branch would be closer, because we'd then have to reach out from the branch to get to the belt. Maybe we could saw the branch?
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, I know. It was stupid. Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Oh, what if we ask for help?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Okay.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah, okay, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Could we shoot him down? I don't think that would work either.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
I mean, presumably with a gun.
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Buckle holds the belt together. I don't know, you just shoot up there, maybe. Just shoot the belt, the bullet will break it. Yeah, the buckle. Alright, the weak point.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Well, at least Kim is farsighted, so if he stands back, he'll presumably have a better shot at it. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen? Actually, don't. It has bad idea written all over it. Let me try. Say nothing. What would actually be covered here? Probably motorics. Yeah, ready, aim, and fire. High levels, it makes you deadly with a weapon in your hand. But it compels you to take the shot even if it's not the best approach. Low levels are disaster in waiting. The guns go off, and they always do. You'll probably hit the wrong target. I'm 4, so I'm slightly on the lower end. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, he probably is better, and it's his gun. Alright, take the shot, Lieutenant.
I'll blow his head off.
Really? Are you that bad a shot?
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket
God, if you want, I'll do it. Just okay. Kim, please.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
There's still time to reconsider, Kim. If you don't think you can do it, let me try.
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Look at the pose Harry's got over here. Easy does it, partner. I should probably not say anything. I mean, I do want to support him. But his finger is on the trigger, and I don't want to say something that's going to throw him off. God, if Kuno does it, he's going to yell, isn't he? All right, what else? The phallus death position? Anyway, say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
God damn it, Kuno S.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Well, did you just entirely miss, or did you hit him?
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders are raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Pinot Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Do I want to encourage him to try again? We already assessed him with our hand-eye coordination. What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Maybe I should have taken it.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
All right, can I have a gun? Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Beast shines in his outstretched hand.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
God, all these words. I have no idea what all these words mean. Someone in the comments did translate one of them, but there have been so many that I can't even remember what the one that was translated for me was. All right, feel the weight first. You want to actually make sure you feel it in your hand, not just run right, right at it. Okay, feel the weight.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
So I've done this before.
You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Can I point the gun at the kids? No. Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
You really can. My God, I am not going to do that. Close your left eye first. I haven't shot a lot of guns, and I'm actually very bad at it, but I've heard that you actually should keep both your eyes open, even if you do see on like TV that people often close an eye. 42%. All right. Try it. Big money, big money. Did I fail? Was that a fail? God damn it!
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened.
God, I shot the body. Fuck.
You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
I am making this entirely worse. Kim, I'm so sorry. Please take your gun back.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulka!
Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window. Surely.
No, I've only got 42%. I don't think those are good odds. Something wrong with your weapon. Start crying you're sensitive? That sounds like an entire breakdown. I only have 1 magnesium left. I've gone through basically all of my magnesium. I don't want to do this. This is boring. Something wrong with your weapon. God. I don't want to do that. I don't want to say it that way. I also don't want to say it's boring. Like I'm trying to shrug it off or something. But I also don't want to start crying. You know what? Why not? We're already this far in. He'll tell me no.
The cadaver is already compromised bad enough. We don't have to make it worse.
It came out wrong. You made it sound like you're some sort of roulette addict looking for a fix. Ask again. More controlled this time.
No, it's alright. Let's not. Swallow defeat.
Feels like shit, man. How did this happen? Hit him straight in the chest. How horrible. You're so sorry.
You know what? If this kills me... Well, no, I do have 1 magnesium. I was going to say, if this kills me, then at least I'll have a chance to do it again. You know what? Just start crying.
It feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face into a crying shape. You're too furious to cry, apparently.
Throw the gun in the mud. I'm not going to throw his gun in the mud. Try really hard. Come on. Force it out.
The lieutenant watches you jerk some tears, your shoulders shaking and your eyes dry. The gun begins to slip from your fingers.
Oh, it's going to get in the mud anyway.
I can't even cry!
The lieutenant gently picks his gun from your hand and holsters it.
We still need to get him down somehow.
His tone is growing tired now. The stench makes him turn away from the corpse. But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Can I just lose 1 more morale and start over? Want to be dangerous? How do I get inside the harbor? Yeah, how do we get inside?
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
I mean, we have been over there already. That did not go well. Would it be dangerous?
To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Who's Everard Clare?
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Nah. It sucks. I have no magnesium left. I'm like 1 step away from an entire breakdown. Ooh, Where can we... I'm gonna have to spend all my money on magnesium.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
I was gonna say I could just get a +3, but I can't because I don't even have 3 points. That doesn't matter. Magnesium, please.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Can I get another?
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, that's enough for now. So, now we need to go up there, get through the... Oh, we need to get through this place. The only way to get through is through this guy. We didn't have any other options with
Your
him.
descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Physical instruments too. You know what?
We still need to get into the hub.
Oh, I know. You know what? Physical instrument. Put on your gym shirt. Do you have anything else that could possibly work? Can I just like use the pry bar on him? That'd be nice. Right. My physical instrument is now... Where is it? 3. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna punch the guy. And I'm gonna get...
Your raised descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You
28%.
have really let yourself go.
I think I might end up just reloading. Trying all this again. Knock him out. Did I pass?
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
I'm actually sitting here like mouth agape. Can't believe that I actually... Although that does kind of feel good to punch this horrible racist right in the throat.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. Back
up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. No, okay, let's consider wait. But what should I do?
Don't wait. You've only got a millisecond. He's coming to. Time is breaking loose from the stupor. His left hand curls up into a fist.
Oh, I am not doing the spin kick.
That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting the hook.
Oh. All right, let's do the spin kick. Yeah, this is so stupid. Look at this guy. Harry! I didn't know you had it in you.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno. Welcome to Revachol. I'm so sorry I didn't want to do this. No, I kind of did. Just press it. Now I kind of want to say Disco Inferno. No, just press it.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
let's get out of here. Well, we're saved, so I guess this is the reality we're in now. Hey, did you see that?
Knocked him out good. Like the Flying Desperado.
Who or what is a flying desperado?
It's that really cool Flying Desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps.
Yeah, I sure did that thing.
So, what's on your mind this time?
I just wanted to see if you saw what I did. Can't believe it. Alright, before I go in there, I am going to... It's 20 o'clock. So it is 8 p.m. We're going to go see if any of these Union guys have showed up yet before I go leave the area. Hey, look, here we go. He was here before, but let's see. That one is still sleeping down here. There's someone right here, but I can't actually highlight them. Come on. Yeah, I can't highlight any of these people. Do I need to try talking to him again? Eh.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Musical instrument. Ah. Oh, who's this? Can I talk to you? No, that person is not interactable either.
Can I help you?
Oh, how much money do I owe? Will you take 5 real?
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you
For
again?
the room, 60 real.
Oh,
Like what?
goodbye.
I was...
They're just here for, like, karaoke night, aren't they? I still haven't found the song. Can I pry bar that room open?
You see a heavy steel. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Alright, I can't. Well, we need to go into the harbor. We still have a couple hours left before we need to be back here for the debrief. Wasn't there something at 21, though? His was at 22. I keep thinking it was 21. What's this? Oh, Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Was it up top? Maybe it's that one little door to the side there. I thought it was going to open the big door. Here? Yeah. Nobody here. Let's investigate. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Oh, that coffee that's just been sitting on the warmer all day long and it's just nasty. What's this? What is this? Book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frisil with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Okay, why antlers? Yeah.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Why Frisell?
Because Frisell was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
I see, okay. Alright, what catches my eye?
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Are you picking up this kind of thing and just going through looking for pictures?
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Right, let's stop and read an entire magazine. Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
I was actually just thinking, man, thank you, Logic.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
I'd like to say this one in like a joking way. Kim, I think this is a communist magazine. Now I'm going to say it anyway.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
Yeah, but come on. Get the joke in my voice? Come on, Kim.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Oh, that's exactly the one that caught my interest. Yeah, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me about this Uncle Sport. When it says bear wrestling, does that mean 2 bears are wrestling each other, or maybe 2 men are wrestling each other? Tell me about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president.
He's just into things like bear wrestling.
Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his 3rd decade as president of the SRV.
Oh, that sounds like...
Outside Samara, he's known for 3 things. Brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
I see. Okay, now I get it. All right. I guess you should not trust the magazine for your information, but I had nothing else to go on, so I'm like, oh, all right, well, good for him. But so he's a dictator. Great. Let's get to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features 1 man or in some cases woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
How many people make it out of this?
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Now, okay, linguistic ambiguity here. Youth obesity and youth alcoholism? Or youth obesity and just general alcoholism? That's a good question.
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chute.
Guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. Guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk. Not sure I trust these numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
You know, not too long ago, I listened to a fascinating radio program on traditional Samaran folk dances. The costumes they wear are supposed to be extraordinary.
That would be interesting.
In any event, no, I haven't seen any evidence there's a Samaran angle to this case.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I'm over here like, ooh, we could go watch a bear fight in this horrible dictatorship where the people are probably not doing it to their own free will. And Kim's like, oh, folk dancing. What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you.
Volda, that's the German language in this world.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
The profile of CS. I wonder if it's anyone we've actually heard of somewhere. Let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top. All right, read about CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Let's see what they got to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
And that's not what I'm going to get.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Yeah, all right. I'm suddenly reminded of my best friend's grandmother who would just sit around watching NASCAR all the time, and she would just get so excited for all the crashes. She'd actually turn off her phone, or not just turn off her phone. She had a landline, so she would unplug her phone, and so nobody could call her. And then her daughter would go over there and check on her and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you not answering your phone?" Because, you know, she was an old lady. And then the grandma's just like, fuck off, leave me alone. I'm watching NASCAR. Shut the door on her.
So, all of it, basically.
Who wrote this stuff? What's bad about sponsorships? What's wrong with a good motor crash? Who wrote this stuff? Communists.
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why aren't these real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
I mean, I don't know if that's maybe a common name in another language that I'm unfamiliar with. What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Yeah, that definitely tracks.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing. No, I gotta say, it is the violence. I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea. Or just, this article says no one watches it for the raises.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
Furrows his brow. I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I'd take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Oh, and Kim probably likes races. He does seem to like cars, at least.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Local concerns. Is that related to Revachol, or I'm not sure exactly where this magazine was. Does it say where it comes from? Oh no, we can't go back that far. Local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Should have killed the communists when they had the chance. If it weren't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. I agree. Free housing for all. Come on. Housing should be a human right. My God, I'm gonna be like all super communist. Wouldn't it be better if for everyone, if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't. No. Charging rent is outrageous. Just like healthcare should be free, everyone should have access to food. If you need it to live, you should have access to it for free.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. It's true, the rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days.
Oh, I've done that. I just in February, I bought my own place. Congratulations to me. Thank you for all your comments. Don't applaud, just throw money.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds.
Put it away. What else do we have in here? Did I look at that one? Oh, hey, what's that? Le Jardin. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river a little more than a decade after the war. The eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. So, is that just across the river from here? You've got this shithole here, and then right across the river, everybody's like just having a great time. Capitalists. I'll inspect their bathroom. Oh, magnesium! Yes! Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Hey, is that... Neat office shades. Oh, you know I'm gonna put those on. What do they do? Visual Calculus 1. Eye of the Reckoner. But -1 drama. Also, I can change back into my conceptualization shirt instead of my physical instrument. What are my skills at right now? God, Encyclopedia is +7. Is that also from... No, that was... I think that's from the hat, right? Signature skill +1. So, like, whatever is your, like, main skill, you just get an automatic +1 to it. So if I increase, you know, just for example, if I increased conceptualization to 7 or, like, 8, would I then have that +1 move over to conceptualization? Or was that tagged at the beginning of the game and I just didn't see it because I just chose a class? What was my... What did I get from the... Visual Calculus and Drama? Okay, that's 6. My drama's down a little bit. Lying and detecting lies. I do like Visual Calculus, though. It's fun to see him go, like, all Rain Man. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
I don't need to call anybody. We get up on the... Is there a way to get up there? Also, what is this?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the Elysium insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
Grab it.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Oh, I got a nice cloak. I mean, I do like the bomber jacket on Kim, though. But, oh, let's get that cloak. Esprit de corps, taking back the streets, and shivers. Oh, it's +1/+1. There's no minus. Oh, nice. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. Why are there bullet holes? The signature white rectangle of the Elysium covers the back. Okay. So that gives me 1 Esprit de corps from the halogen watermarks. That was 1 Esprit de corps and 1 shivers. What did shivers do for me? Raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Cool for city lovers, wisest of the street, a genuinely supernatural. High levels make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Superiors may begin to worry. With the low shivers, you'll seldom hear the city speaking to you, and you cannot hear it. If you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? Oh, look, I got my coat and my bag of recycling. Collecting rainwater. Was there anything else that I... No, I can't reach down to that. Oh, I see bottles. That smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. And a bottle. And another bottle. Oh my god, there's so many bottles. Oh, yes. Kim, let me get the... Kim, please. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. The potent Pilsner.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this? I mean, that sounds about right, but how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Was this me?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
I mean, my jacket was up here too, so it's really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. Still not completely convinced it was me. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission. Oh, this is sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
He turns to leave. Well, let me pick up the rest of my bottles. Is that it? No, that's not it. Good God. Can I get another? There's one. Is that it? Okay, I think that is it. Can I reach that? No, that's out of my reach. So I can go down. I'm also curious what's all around you. Great machines in quiescence. Quiescence? This is very smartly written. Big words all over the place. I love it. White pine trees are printed on the screen covering looks like a forest under snow. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. Does that go... Oh, this goes over here. Was there something down here? What is that?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Okay, I guess on.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was just gonna stop there. Oh, pry bar, I can probably get that open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hit off, do not... God.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I don't know if a crane is made specifically only to carry one single container, but if you're commenting on the game itself, as in this, that's all this this panel does. Okay, I get it.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Oh, we're gonna see what's inside there. Also, what is this? Money. Yeah. Is that, Nosifed, right? You see faded industrial lettering on the platform Kvalsund.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Tenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
If it's hanging from the crane, I don't know, Kim, it just feels special.
It's a cargo container, Detective, just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it. You're not even looking at it, Kim.
We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock on the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
I want to look now. You've got my interest. I know there's probably not going to be a single thing in there, but I still want to look.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Rhetoric. It is impossible, but there is a 3% chance. Now, if it says impossible, does that mean it is literally impossible to ever pass this check, and you're just doing it just to do it? Come on, door, open up.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits?
Now is not the time to get philosophical, Detective. You can do that after hours.
Alright, nothing more to do. Because I only have 5 points. If I got higher, could I potentially open it with rhetoric? How would that even work? Oh, no.
Yes?
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you. Nothing. Shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Oh, money. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Oh, are those more gloves? Ultra. Oh, those are fallen gloves. Okay, what do I currently have? The yellow gardening gloves with interfacing. Half-light. Unfiltered contact. What does that do? Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. At high levels, you're ultra attuned to the world. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow. If someone else's name or scent, you'll be ready always to pounce and physically interrogate passersby. At low levels, you find your survival instinct is lacking, and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. I mean, it's probably better that I have the interfacing just for the kind of character I am, because I don't think... I mean, I was lucky with that physical instrument check. I had a 2 plus my gym shirt. I don't think I really should go for half-light, even though they do look like nice gloves. Industrial-sized thermos smells like burnt coffee. Container, container, container. Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow, white waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Easy Leo. I'm reminded of Easy Pete from New Vegas.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Evrard.
You don't really have the rhythm there, but alright, you're doing your best. The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Do not interrupt. Oh, hi.
Evrard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Aha. Painting them red and white. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. Oh, it's a red check, but oh, I got 72. Come on.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
How can I be failing every check that I have good chances on? Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Has the strike been 2 months?
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
I like that he's like, I'm not supposed to tell you, but... But what do they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Could those be our killers?
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hardies.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? No. Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into. Not gonna be useful anyway, don't fight it. But yeah, if we go with the flow, that is not going with the flow. Let's hear about that fight.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Well, this guy is very friendly. But I feel like he has a much rosier opinion of the higher-ups here than he may need to have. Do you work here? What's in that container? Oh, okay, let's start with this. Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort? I think you're doing a great job here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
So, could you tell us about that container over there? What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Come on, Kim. Alright, I'm looking for the leader.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
Offs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But you gotta be quick if you want to see him. He leaves around 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah, I only have 20 minutes. Well then, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Why does art inspire you so much?
Oh, does, yes, but what is art? No, art is for arrogant blowhards. Sure, what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
But, don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in. I cannot risk another copo diversion. Right. Don't I need to be 100% cop?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Alright, my conceptualization is so high, why not? Okay. If 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Art cop.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
So I just spent 4 minutes standing here thinking to myself about art, because it was 39 when I started that. Is there anything else here? That's going to be where we're going, but I'm going to stop here for now. Next time we'll go in and talk to Everard and Edgar. Oh, man. What what a mess today was. God, I shot that corpse. Then I punched that guy. The big guy. What was his name? Musclehead? Eraserhead? I don't remember. But anyway, next time we'll go in here and we'll talk to the union bosses and see what that leads us down. We've only got 17 minutes though, so all right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Good night.